Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Tibbo.
Tall are the tales that fishermen tell, when the summer's work is done, of birds they shot, of fish they caught, of many a risk they run. But never did a fisherman tell a tale so tall by a half a mile as Grandpa Walcott told that night in the smokeroom on the coil. With baccy smoke from 20 pipes, the atmosphere was blue. There was many have a number, boys, and don't mind if I do. When someone suggested that each in turn should spin a yarn about some circumstance he personally been in. Now tales were told of gun barrel men to shoot around the cliff, of men thawed out and brought to life who had been frozen stiff, of tan pots carried off by flies, of pathways chopped through fog, of Uncle Bill who barefoot kicked a knot from a 12-inch log. Now the loud applause got louder when Uncle Mickey Shea told of a big potato he growed in Gander Bay. Too big to get to the cellar door, it lay at rest nearby, until one rainy autumn night, the pig drowned in its eye. Now meanwhile in the corner, with his gray head slightly bowed, sat Grandpa Walcott. He was 83, the oldest of the crowd. On his weather-beaten face there beamed a quiet grin, when someone said, "Grandpa, 'tis your turn to join in." "Boys, leave me out," said Grandpa. Well, thanks, don't mind if I do." "Well, boys, if you insist, I'll tell you one that's true. Now, it's a story about chicken squids that I'm going to relate, and it happened in Pigeon Inlet in 1898. Now, I was just a bedlumber, fishing with me dad, and prospects for the summer was a looking awful bad. Cape Linscall was over, it hadn't been so bright, and here was August, come and gone, and there's squid in sight. Day after day we searched for squid from dark to the crack of dawn. We dug up clams and cocks and hens till even they was gone, but still no squids. So in despair, we give it up for good. We took our gear ashore and went a-cutting firewood. One day when we was in the woods with all the other men, and wondering if we'd ever see another squid again, now Father broke his axe that day, so we were the first ones out. And as we neared the land rush, we heard the women shout, "Come hurry, boys, the squids is in." So we jumped aboard our boat, and we headed out the harbor. We were the only crew afloat. Soon our keel began to scrunch, like scraping over skids. "Father," says I, "we gone aground." Says he, "No," says he, "that's squids." Says he, the jigger heaving out, and quick as a flash I did. And as soon as it struck the water, it was great one by a squid. Now I hauled it in, and what do you think? Just as it crossed the rail, I'd be darned if there wasn't another one clung to that first one's tail, and another clung to that one, and so on in a string. I tried to shake it loose, but Father said, "You silly thing, you got something that was never before seen in human land. So drop the digger, take the string, and pull hand over hand." Now I pulled that string of squids aboard till the boat could hold no more, and I hooked it in the horizon, and I headed for the shore. The crew was coming from the woods. They had heard the women call, but Father said, "Don't worry, boys, we got squids enough for all." Then we give that string to Uncle Jim until he had enough, and neighbor-like, he passed it on to Skipper Leroy Cuff. From stage to stage, that string was passed throughout the whole night long, till daylight found it on Eastern Point and Uncle Billy Strong. Now Uncle Bill, quite thoughtfully, before he went to bed, he took and the grump of his stage head. The next morning, Hartley's Harbour heard the news, so up they come with trap skiff and 3 pairs of oars and told to string down home. Now what happened to it after that, I don't exactly know, but people says it crossed the strait and ended in Forto. Yes, tall are the tales that fishermen tell when the summer's work is done, of birds they shot, of fish they caught, of many a risk they run. But never did a fisherman tell a tale so tall by a half a mile as Grandpa Walcott told that night in the smokeroom on the Clyde.